Hi kids. The game we're going to talk about today is called Representing Multiplication. You need playing cards and you take out the face cards, and it can be 1 or 2 players. So it's a game you can play all by yourself or have your family join. First thing you need to do is shuffle your playing cards and lay them face down in a stack. Player 1 draws 2 cards from the top of the stack. Player 1 represents the multiplication fact through any model. It can be an array, it can be a grouping model, it can be a picture, it could be a number sentence. If playing with a partner, then it's player 2's turn. Just repeat the same steps as player 1. See if you can answer the multiplication fact before you represent it. So I'm going to model it for you, and I'm going to write down my representations down here. Represent is just a fancy way to say show. All right, my cards are over here. I'm going to draw 2 cards and turn them over. I have an ace. Remember, that's worth 1. So my problem is 1 times 2, which I know is 2. And so I'm going to draw an array. 1 row of 2. So that's my first one. Pretty good, right? All right, those cards get put off to the side. It can be player 2's turn now, or your own. I would suggest that you write it down on a piece of paper. So you would need paper too. That's what I would say. So add that to your materials. Or you could do it on your whiteboard. All right, we have a 3. And a 4. I'm going to erase this. Oops. Oh, hold on. Give me a moment. There we go. Okay. I have a 3 times 4. So I'm going to do 3 groups of 4. And then I know it's 4, 8, 12. All right, I'm going to show one more, and then I think you get it. Next 2, we have a 5 and a 6. So 5 times 6. I watched a lot of you the other day. I know you're really good with your 5s. So 5 times 6 is 30. I want to choose, I know what I want to do. I want to do a number line. I had a student one year. He loved number lines. So a number line would be 5 jumps of 6 or 6 jumps of 5. So I'm going to do 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Uh-oh, it's not going to be big enough. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Let's change this to... Let's pretend that this is 3. This one right here is really a 3, so that I can show you the number line. All right, 5 times 3 is 15. So we're going to do 5 jumps of 3 or 3 jumps of 5. I'm going to go 5, 10, 15. So that's 5, 10, 15. All right. I think that game can be fun. So play it by yourself, or we can play it when we meet sometime. Have fun. Hi, kids. The next game is called Flip the Card. The directions are to shuffle your playing cards and lay them face down in a stack. Choose a number to be the multiplier. Select the number of set of facts currently studied. That just means what number are you trying to learn right now? Do you need to learn your 4s? Then choose that as your multiplier. Take turns flipping over the top card. Whatever number is on top must be multiplied by the multiplier. Whoever calls out the answer first keeps both cards. If there is a tie, place the cards at the bottom of the deck. Once all cards have been taken, the game is over. Whoever has the most cards at the end wins. So since I don't have someone here to play with me, I am going to just pretend. So let's say we want to learn our, whoops, I got to write it in a real pen. Let's say we want to learn our fours. I am going to write my fours, skip counting. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44. Oh, we're not going to go that far, but. So that's going to help me when I draw a card. So, excuse me. I'm going to be player 1. I got to turn a card over, and it is 1. 4 times 1 is 4. So I'm going to take that card. On player 2. 3 times 4. 12. I got it first because I looked over here. I went 1, 2, 3. All right. My turn to turn over. 4 times 2, 8. Player 2 got it. 1 times 4, 4. I get it. 10 times 4, 40. Part 2. So you just go back and forth. All it is a great way to practice. Practice, 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 practice. And yes, it's okay to do something like this to help you when you're learning your math facts. Okay, here is our next one. We're going to look at race to 20. The second game we're going to play also is a race to a number, but they're slightly different. So watch and see if you can tell the difference. In this one, you need 2 dice. You're going to choose a multiplier, just like in the other game. Pick a number that you're trying to practice, your 3s, your 4s, your 6. Player 1 rolls 2 dice and adds the numbers together. Then you're going to multiply that sum by the multiplier. Player 2 repeats the same steps. Whoever has the highest product wins the round and gets a point. The first player to reach 20 points wins. So I'm going to make a little chart on here so that we can keep track of points. And so this is going to be player 1. This is going to be player 2. I don't like how big that is. It's hard to see. Oops. All right, there's player 1, player 2. All right, so I'm going to roll first. And I never noticed this before, but the 2 dice, when they're there, it actually comes up with a total. So 4 and 6 totals, 4 and 3 totals 7. So they're doing the addition for you. You're pretty lucky if you use virtual dice. All right, I'm going to roll. I have a 5 and a 5, which is 10. Oh, I'm going to pick my multiplier as 6 because I think I need to practice my 6s. So my first problem will be 10 times 6, which is 60. And then, so my first one was 60. Player 2, they have 9 times 6. Not going to be as much as 60, but is 54. So I'm player 1. I get to keep a point. Roll again. We have 8. 8 times 6. Oh gosh, this is my hard one. 8 times 3 is 24. So another 8 times 3 would be 48. Player 2 has 3 times 6, which is 18. I got the bigger number, so I get another tally. Player 2, or player me, 5. 5 times 6. Player 2 gets 11. Well, we know 11 times 6 is bigger, but 5 times 6 is 30. 11 times 6 is 66, so player 2 gets a point. So you just keep going back and forth. 6 times 6 and 2 times 6. So 6 times 6 is 36. 2 times 6 is 12. 11. I got 11, so it's going to be 66. And 7, which is another one of those tricky ones. I know 6 times 6 is 36, so one more 6 is 42, but I had 66. So you just keep going until you get 4 sets of 5. Whoever gets that first is the winner. Have fun. Okay, here's the last game I'm going to show you. This one is called Race to 100. You just played race. I just showed you Race to 20, which is a little bit different of a game. In this one, you do need 2 dice and you do need a partner. But you're going to with player 1, you're going to roll 2 dice, and then you're going to multiply those 2 numbers together to get the product. So before you had to add them together and then multiply. Today you're multiplying the 2 together. Player 2 repeats the same step. Player 1 rolls and multiplies again, but this time you add the product of the first roll to the product of the second roll. Player 2 repeats the same steps. You continue rolling and multiplying. Each time a player multiplies for a product, she or he should add the product to the running total. The first player to reach 100 wins. So you have a little chart. I always think charts are good. Oops. So we're going to do, you got to keep track of your additions. So we'll do player 1, player 2. I'm going to roll first, and I have 6 times 1 is 6. Player 2 gets 3 times 6 is 18. Now we have to start some adding. 5 times 5 is 25. So 6 plus 25 equals 25. 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 31. Next player. 3 times 1 is 3, so they are going to be at 21. Now I'm at 3 times 6 is 18. So it's 31 plus 18. So 31 plus 10 is 41. Plus 8 is 49. I'm almost halfway to 100. Player 2, 6 times 4 is 24, so they're going to add this. So that would be 45. We're close, 45 to 49. My turn. 1 times 6 is 6, so 49 plus 6 equals, add 1 there, becomes 50. 55. They have 2 times 6 is 12. 45 plus 12, 45, 55, plus 2 more is 57. Ooh, they're ahead by a couple. 2 times 3 is 6, so 55 plus 6 equals 61. And 57, plus 1 times 2 is 2 equals 59. See, now I'm ahead. But you just keep doing that until you get to 100. Whoever reaches it first is the grand winner. Have fun.